Hello, ladies, and good
Hi.
evening,
Hello.
and welcome to another edition of Sister to Sister. Today's topic will be friendship. I'm going to be your host for today. However, we've got my co-host in the house. We've got Wendy and Chrissy, and we've got our guest, a new addition today, Golda. Hi. She's going to be
Hi.
joining us via audio today, and everyone else will be on video because you know that's how we do. Today's friendship topic, right? Um, I've known all of you for a long while, different ways and means how we met. But generally, today's topic will be about friends that you've had, you've lost, reasons why you've lost the friend or you're not friends anymore. And now, do you consider some of your friends like even your sisters and your brothers? They're like family to you? And do they support you in some of the things and ventures you go into, or are you one of those people that is you're not into friends? Friends are like, you know how some people can divide their friends, have categories for them. Some of them are friends, some of them are, what's the word they use,
Acquaintances.
Associate,
oh, that's
yeah.
acquaintances. Yes, so it depends how you feel about it and stuff like that. But let's get into it. Chrissy, do you want to start?
Oh gosh. So let me take it back. I used to be one of those people who had to have friends everywhere. If you ask my dad will tell you, Chris always has friends everywhere. Chris knows everybody. Today, it's a very limited pool.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be doing. I don't like. There's certain people who are I will call them my friends, and then I have those who are my acquaintances.
Yeah.
I just, and yeah, it shrunk as years have gone on. I just listen to conversations I have with certain people, and I go,
Yeah, it's the
no.
energy, isn't it? There's certain things that I don't want to waste
Yeah.
my energy on now that I've become a bit older. Like certain conversations I don't want to have because I'm not interested like that no more.
And yeah, I'm very much like that. My sister is like, I talk to my sister every day, so
Mhm.
and I do class like she's my best buddy, and
Yeah.
then I have other people that I speak to every day. But there's some people, yeah, that I don't need to speak to every day,
Hmm.
but they're really close to me, so I'm cool with them, and that's how I've kind of maneuvered my friendship circle.
Yeah. Do you think it came with age or something happened?
Absolutely. I think it came with age. I couldn't be bothered with some of the drama
Hmm.
because when you have lots of friends, you end up with lots of drama,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be doing with that. And so yeah, I just kind of had to look around and see what does that person do for me, what do I do for them as well. It's not one way.
Yeah.
When I call them and I need something, are they there or are they continuously just it's about them?
Yeah.
I yeah, kind of had to just refocus.
Yeah. I think that's what I find as well. And then also now, I've only literally got a core of friends where I have one friend that I talk to about everything
Mm,
because we have lots of things in common, because we're on the same wavelength and our life is about the same track, both married, have children and all of that.
mm-hmm.
We talk about everything because I know that she kind of gets me when I moan about certain things. She knows things I'm moaning about, and she knows I'm not being ungrateful and stuff like that. And then there are friends that along the way I have gathered that have become like sisters to me, that there's no way I would leave them behind. Brilliant. So there's different friend levels and friend zoning, I think, that females do amongst each
Friend
other.
serving, yes.
Yeah, that I guess guys, I think guys friendships are different. They don't care so much about certain things. I find that my
Mm-hmm.
husband has friends that he keeps, even though they might not necessarily stab him in the back, but they might not be so supportive, but he still has them as friends. They still chill out, hang out, and
Yeah.
have their drinks and that. I wouldn't do that. I find it difficult to hang with people that I know that if I ask you to come here, or I'm saying, actually, I'm inviting you here, I invite you once, twice, you don't come. I feel like, okay, like, and if the excuses are not good enough, I'm like, okay, then maybe we're not.
I
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe we're not
absolutely.
that good.
I agree. And it's a thing, like you said earlier, that while we are off, that we are all friends with you via your husband.
Yeah.
Like, I don't speak to Wendy very often, but I still consider I'll every now and again, like, Wendy Woo,
Yeah.
miss
Mm,
Yeah.
you, you okay?
Yeah.
exactly.
Same
Yeah.
with you. I don't speak to you every day, but just every now and again. But I consider you like as my friendship circle. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
won't be here, my friend.
No,
You
I
know.
know, and I know, Chrissy, I know you wouldn't be because, first of all, you're busy, and I know what your life is like. So I know for a
Mm,
fact, if Chrissy didn't love me, she wouldn't be here.
yes, there.
And
Yeah.
Chrissy's
Simple as.
first cousin is my friend who I've known since
Oh,
1999, and I didn't even know that they were
Yeah,
they were related.
small
It's like,
world,
yeah,
it's small
small
world.
world.
Definitely
mm.
small
Definitely,
world. Ah, yeah,
definitely,
Wendy.
definitely.
So
For
about you
me,
and friends?
I would
Yeah.
say the thing is, for me, I think I'm almost like, well, kind of opposite to you lot. Like, I feel like I'm extremely blessed with my friends who I have, like, even like I have my core circle of friends, the girls,
Hmm.
and I really wouldn't swap them for anything because we're just,
Mhm.
I feel like we all bring something different, and we don't do all that drama stuff. Like, if there's an issue, somebody would tell, deal with it with that. If there's someone's got an issue with someone, will deal with it solo or whatever. We're all really supportive of each other. And my friends are also, like you were saying, like family. Like, I've got about 4 cousins who hang out with as if they're just friends as well. But we're
Mhm.
actually, like, we're related, we grew up together and stuff. And I just feel like friends wise, and I have associates, but I know a lot of necessarily someone that I can go to an event by myself and I'll just have a whole lot of people. But I can go to an event maybe by myself and know a couple people, but still kind of maybe be standing by myself because I don't know them enough to
That
be,
one.
Mhm.
enforce myself. But I know a lot of people, and sometimes I think my lines between friends and acquaintances, you said,
Yeah.
are
Hmm.
blurred. It can be blurred because there are people who I definitely don't speak to every day, but if they were to ask me for help or ask something, I'll definitely do it. Or if
Mm.
they invite me to something, I'll come. But even though we don't talk all the time, so I have my core friends
Mhm.
that is like almost everyday contact. Maybe there's about say 6 of us. But then I know a lot of people who I need to I need to establish what I class as what's a friend and what's an acquaintance or
Yeah.
associate to me, because there are people like Chrissy said that I don't talk to you every day, but then if you ask me for something, if you invited me to something, if
Mhm.
I will come straight away. Like, if you rang me, we'll talk for
Yeah.
ages.
Mm.
It's so I kind of feel like I need to. Some people make out like you need to know who's your friend, I don't really. There are a few people who I'd have to think of to remember them that I'd probably class as acquaintances, but there are people who I
Hmm.
don't talk to that much at all, but I'd still class them as a friend. So if I talk about them, I say, yeah, because my friend so and so did it, just because that's what I've known it to be.
Yeah. See, friends. You see, I think I know
But
gold that
friends wise, like, I definitely feel I'm definitely blessed. Like, I wouldn't be lonely.
I know that when you've got a group of friends that are you guys are very tight.
Yeah.
But then do you have the same level of friendship within that friendship circle? Because you can have a group of girlfriends that are together, like 5 of them, but then two
But
of them are
then
very
2 of you are
tight.
closer. Yeah,
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 then
yeah,
the
definitely.
others.
Within that, yeah, definitely.
Have you got something like
With
that?
that, I've got, so let's say within the 6 that I mentioned, I'd say 3 of us are closer as a group. So 3 of us there's a WhatsApp group for all 6 of us, but then
Mhm.
there's 3 of us who also have our own WhatsApp
Do
group.
they know this?
It's all
Please,
based,
before
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
say,
they
do
know
they
this?
know?
yeah, yeah. It's mostly based on interest, if you like. So 3 of us are into soca.
Hmm.
So that other group is kind of, it's not just for soca, but it's because we used to do things, I don't know, we used to do things more together, but it was never a case of the others feel left out because they know that they wouldn't really be interested in
Yeah.
the stuff that we did. Like, we'd go out maybe like to events and stuff. The 3 of us were always the ones that were kind of readily available at the time. I guess because we didn't have kids or husbands or
Hmm.
something. So it kind of formed in that way. Um, but then it's not a case of the others feeling left out because they know they wouldn't be interested in that. So yeah, so
Interested.
there's
Yeah.
definitely within that group, there's definitely like 3 of us are closer, 2 of us are closer, and then those other 2 are closer. But it's not a thing. It's what happens.
Mm.
There's also the group collectively who, if there was news to announce, we'd announce it to, the whole group.
The group, yeah.
Yeah, first kind of thing.
So, like, if you were to go on a girls' holiday, all 6 of you will go together.
Yeah, I've done that.
Who would you go with, Chrissy?
See, this is that I have an issue. I've been on holiday and with my friends, gone out, and it's just exploded. And from then on,
that's when I hear that, I just think, how?
And then I've gone, me,
how?
we are I don't, you've upset me so much that I can't talk to you the way I used to.
Yeah.
And I will never go on holiday with you again.
Right.
And therefore, they've been downgraded. I know this sounds harsh, but I've had to, because what they did on holiday,
what did they, anyway, okay, you can't really say what they did, but...
That's a long one. But it upset me, because I realized that within my friends, I had people that not took advantage, but I'm very soft. I'm very sensitive. But I have a lot of friends who are sometimes more domineering than me, which is fine. I still, that's cool. But when you do something to upset me, and because I may not be the weaker one, but I don't want that confrontation, or I don't want that fight, and you've still done that, and you know who I supposedly are, my friend, and know how I am, you would never have done that.
Yeah.
But from then, it's good. But I can still talk to you, still converse every now and again, but you from there. And that means it couldn't have been a great friendship, because if I have got friends who I haven't spoken to for months, and only recently, and then we can all of a sudden come together like nothing has happened, and we'll be back to normal. So if I can cut you off easily, it means we weren't great friends in the first place.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Cutting off me, it means I'm deleting your number. I'm blocking you on all social media, because I don't want to see any.
I never block.
Oh, wow. I've never done that.
Oh, no. I'm doing all of that. I'm doing all of that.
I've blocked people, like guys, say, for instance, who are harassing me.
But you've never done that to a female
friend? I've never blocked a friend. No, I've never blocked. I never felt the need to.
No, I'm blocking you everywhere. I don't want to see your name pop up nowhere. I don't want to see your picture. Nah.
Wow.
It's all done. When I'm done, I'm done. That's why Leslie always says that I'm never in between. It's a black or white. I haven't got a grey area. And I don't know if
never done that.
No, I'm blocking you everywhere.
That's a bit like my sister. If you mess with her, that's it. You are cut off.
Yeah.
I'm not like, and she's very black and white. I'm not like that. I will downgrade you.
Me either. Yeah, same. Oh, okay. I've never blocked any friend. I've never fallen out with somebody. I've unfriended you, say on Facebook or something, but I've never blocked.
I have to learn from you guys and be a bit more mature, because I think
I just feel like sometimes
be careful.
Honestly.
Wendy, you were on a thin line.
No.
Oh dear.
It's do you know what? I give people chances, 1 or 2 chances, and then after that, if I see there's none, then it's done. I'm done. I can't. And with me, I like to be honest. I tell you what it is. This is what it is. This is how I feel. And if I don't get that back, I find it difficult to understand where you are at, because I'm open. I like to just share, because I don't see the reason why I hide anything. And if I do that once or twice and you're not giving that same back to me, I can't. I find that difficult. And I don't know how it started, but we are here. It's just one of them things. It's just, I don't know how I got here to be like that. Clearly, Wendy's not like that.
You reckon you've had a friendship that you had a best friend and you fell out and that hurt you, so you put up guards?
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah. I've had a group of girls where I was really close to, told everything to, and they did the same to me. But then they became very tight and then started talking about me, and that just pissed me. It was beyond pissing off. And in the situation that I found out, I was okay, I can't go too deep into it, but the way I found out was wrong, and it just threw me off, and that was it. It was 4 years ago now, and I
Oh,
said,
wow.
no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I blocked them for a little while. Then Leslie was like, don't block them. So I said, okay, so I unblocked them on WhatsApp. They still
Have you
can't see my.
spoken to them?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I speak
okay.
to them, like, but they can't see my WhatsApp status. No, so that's not happening. But we're rolling. Is that petty? Am I being petty? Yeah.
But are they aware of your beef? Do
I
they
mean,
know why you're vexed and why they can't
yes.
see your WhatsApp?
I really hope
the
they don't see
situation
that.
that you told me and Chrissy about when we were at Chrissy's.
Oh
I
yes.
can't remember.
Yes.
I do, because I've been meaning to ask about that, but if it's
I
that,
remember.
then,
I think there was vodka in between those times. So I can't remember.
Yes, it probably will be that situation. It's just, you know what? I was so hurt that I couldn't get over it.
Okay.
I had to really actually pray about it. I fasted and prayed about it, that God take away any sort of bitterness, or like where I would transfer it to other people. And because then when after that I met other people, I felt that I couldn't be so close to them. I would always have a guard up, and I had to change it. And I realized that that's not me. I can't be like that just because of one or two experiences I've had that made it that way. So I just thought, whatever. It's the way they felt at the time.
And that.
Yeah.
So can I ask a question? Do people still have friends from nursery, school days, like back school days?
School, yeah.
You do?
Secondary school.
Oh.
Like one of one of the girls I'm closest to in my group. We were in the same class in secondary school.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
nice. That is lovely.
That's nice.
Yeah. I've got a friend I've known. Our mothers knew each other before we were born, when they were pregnant with us.
Oh.
And I'm still friends with her. She lives in she lives in England also. So we both were in Germany together, grew up together, went to the same church and everything.
Okay.
Then I moved here to 2004, and then I think she moved here in 2006. And then, so we've been in contact throughout the years since then. We both are married and have kids now, but we've known each other since birth, basically. So it's nice. We're not as close as we were, but then the times that we speak, it's like before, like nothing has happened. Yeah. So that's nice. How about you and your Borg Regis crew?
I have a few. I have one that I'm really close to. She lives in London. We connect not as often. She's got kids and married, but we do go out for dinner, catch up.
Oh, nice.
So I do that regularly with her, and I love her to pieces. And then I do go back to Bognor just to catch up with certain people.
Oh.
Because they were part of my life for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
They formed Chrissy as she is now, or part of us. Yeah, so I do like going down and touch base. I don't speak to all of them regularly at all, but when I do go down, it's just a really nice time to catch up with. So yeah, actually, there's three people from Bognor that I'm still close to in total.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Do you know what? I think, so do you think there's a number of friends that you should have that you shouldn't go beyond? Like, let's say 5, and that's it?
It depends on people's characters, depends what everybody brings to the table. So I don't think there should be there's nothing wrong with, like, if you're like the popular person.
Yeah, but then if you're popular, see, my thing is, if you're popular, and each time we go somewhere, I know some friends that they seem to know everybody. When you go there, they know this person. Oh yeah, they have a story to say about this person. To me, I don't trust you like that. Like, I feel like if you know everybody, how can you be good friends with everybody?
But you don't know just because people know who they are to say hello doesn't mean that they're good friends. That person considers them, my close friend. I tell them everything. It depends on how they see it. It's just,
I guess.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. That's what my dad, everywhere I go, oh, hi, Chris. Everybody used to know. And I was like, yeah, I'm popular. Now that's not it anymore. I've sunk it. I don't do that.
You're just moving into celebrity status, aren't you?
She is.
Lies. Why are you lying?
Yes. She's now into like red carpets, events.
I'm backstage, darlings. I'm backstage.
Yeah, because you've done all your VIP sections and stuff already.
Yeah, that's
so
old news.
funny.
You've had your dinners and that.
Please. Please. No, but yeah, I don't have that anymore.
Do you think
it's
friendship?
just older?
Yeah, I think older. And also, do you think your friendship have affected your relationships, romantic relationships? Did they change? Did you gain friends through relationships? Are you friends with maybe some of your ex's friends or something? Don't know. Do you just adopt them as your own friends?
I adopt my friends' men as my friends.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think it'll be interesting because, you know, I think my friends have been used to me being single. So I think that when I'm calling it, when I find that relationship.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see if the dynamic changes in any way. Because I've always been kind of dependable, single, Wendy, you know. But yeah, so when that happens, it'll be interesting to see if, I don't know that I can't say it will or won't, but it'll be interesting to see if it does.
So does that make it messy then? So, okay, if you, God forbid, your friends break up and you're friends with both of them, what are the expectations of you as the friend? Is it the person who you knew before?
Exactly.
What happens?
It's just weird because like one of my friends, the one who I said that I've been close to from, like we've been friends from school, her man, we've literally adopted his family too. Like we're friends with him and his family. So we always say like, if you two break up, that's gonna be weird as hell. Like if you two break up, you better break up amicably because you can't have beef because that's just, it's not about just you two.
You have to think about
what.
Think
Literally
about
his mum, his siblings, his nieces and nephews, like the family.
Wow.
So it would just be really weird if they break up on bad terms. It would honestly be very weird. So yeah, I can imagine.
Make sure that they don't break up, please. Work on it. Let that be your life mission.
Gosh. Yep.
It's all on you now, Wendy.
Yeah. Try and be the glue.
Gosh, you know, they've got their relationship. Let me work on finding my own.
Isn't it?
And you shall.
Absolutely. So do people find it easy to make friends in their age now? Or was it easier when we were younger to make friends? Do you go out, just like how we were talking about dating, do you go out and meet people and become friends? Or is it like, oh, I'm at this age and I'm not making any more friends?
I think I'm not necessarily looking to make more friends. So like, you know, if I meet a guy and it's like, oh, we could be friends, I'm like, yeah, but I've got friends.
I've got enough friends.
No, I need a boyfriend. I need a husband. But I find that people seem to like me. So where, like my workplace, for instance, I started off as a temp, and my colleague, because I work in reception, there's two of us. My colleague, she's Sri Lankan, and it's funny because there was one day that I was running late. I was taking the tube, not knowing I could take the bus and get there quicker. I was taking the tube to work, delays. I'm underground, so I can't ring you to tell you that I'm running late. So I got to work. I think it was about 15 minutes late or something. And I said to her that, you know, if I had your number, I'd have been able to WhatsApp you at least using, you know, the underground Wi-Fi. And she was like, oh, you know, no, we don't swap numbers. I'm like, okay, I'm not whatever. So then, you know, this is August I started. Come December, it's the Christmas party. Like we work together every day. We've been getting to know each other and stuff. And like at the Christmas party, it was like, oh, when we need to swap numbers. We need to exchange numbers.
You should have given her a hairline. Like, no.
No, you don't do that.
No.
Is it now? Is it? Okay. Yeah, so we swapped numbers, and it's like recently. So then I became permanent in January, and like she doesn't have many friends, and I think that's
Oh.
just a completely different story. I think her husband has caused that, but she considers me. She's called me her friend. She calls me Wens. Like most people call me Wens, and like she's even said, you know, because we're friends, so I'm telling you this, and I'm thinking, oh, are we friends? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I've always remember, like I didn't even want your number because I was going to be messaging you or calling you all the time. I wanted your number so I can let you know I'm running late.
Late. Yeah.
But we don't do that. But now it's like swap numbers, and it's like, oh, when's this, oh, when's... And she like when we broke up for Christmas, and she's all hugging me.
Look at that.
Okay.
And then, I don't want to give you my number.
Yeah.
Those are the people.
But then I feel like, people, like friends I make now, I'm not consciously looking out to make friends,
Mm-hmm.
But if I get to, I mean, she's my colleague, I see her more than I see my own friends, so a relationship will build somehow. But I just think circumstance is what kind of creates new friends.
Yeah.
So it's not, I'm not out there like trying to join clubs making new friends or whatever. But things can happen where you either see someone so much that you start to kind of get to know each other, or just things happen.
I have a work colleague like that, and I don't know if it's hormonal because she's currently pregnant. I pray she doesn't see this video. She's like, oh, I'm not comfortable with sharing because we as a team, because I work for the IT department in where I work, so we have to have each other's numbers in case there's breakdown of communication or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh, she's not comfortable sharing her number like that because she doesn't want people to WhatsApp her. Like,
I'm not trying to WhatsApp.
why are we trying to WhatsApp each other? What for? I'm not like that with you. And I said, okay, cool. I left it. This was beginning of the year when I joined the new team. I said, cool. And then obviously lockdown happened because now we have to kind of somehow communicate, even though it was through Teams and all of that. And then Skype would sometimes mess about because we're kind of old school, my trust where I work. And so we were using Skype, but it wasn't working well. And then so we had to exchange numbers and call each other. And then I said to her, I sent her a message. I said, you know what, blah, blah, blah. And when you call me, put 141 in front of your number just so I don't have your number. And I said, then you can ring me. I said that to her. Yeah, because I didn't want it to be like, call me because I want your number. Yeah, so then she did that and then called me truly, and it was unknown number. So I thought, wow, that's how it is.
Wow, so she actually did it.
Yeah, she did it. And that's when I realized that there's some people that just don't want to be friends. They don't want to gain any new friends. They don't want to be friends with you at work and then possibly talk to you outside of work about work.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she's trying to avoid, which is fair enough. So I've kept away. Yeah. But then there's some colleagues that I'm actually friends with. I've got their number and we text, we share pictures and stuff like that. Because I think everybody's
got our colleague, like my team, we've got a WhatsApp group. Like my manager asked everybody if they'd be okay with that while we're doing, like, you know, because we're about to stop working in the office, whatever. Everyone was cool. He even made it like everyone should suggest the name and the winner, and I won.
Of course you did.
Our group is called Quarantine.
Oh
my God! They did.
But like I haven't saved. I think I only had like 3 people's numbers, but there's like the team is about, I think it's about 10 of us.
Okay.
But I've only got, but I don't feel the need to like save everybody else's number. Like it's just not that deep.
Yeah. It's not that deep.
Because I can see your number doesn't mean what am I going to talk to you about when I call you? Like, why do you think you're that that interested in my life that I'm going to be calling you?
Like we don't have other friends to talk to that we call you the work colleagues now.
Am I going to call you to talk about work? No.
Yeah, no.
So...
Now I know my colleague, she didn't want us to have a team WhatsApp. They used our personal numbers for our team WhatsApp. So we're like, but we've got work mobiles, but we haven't got it on our work mobile. We have WhatsApp on our personal. So there was a bit of a kick up fuss about it, but we've all grown, I guess. We don't WhatsApp unnecessarily because if it did happen, people would be out that group quickly. But it's the same with I've made a rule that no one at work should ask me to be their friends on Facebook, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Not like that. I don't yeah, we are not friends like that.
Yeah.
So even if I am cool with you, if you leave, we could become friends on
Social media
Facebook
and
and
stuff.
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's a no.
Yeah.
So truly, once they
Same.
leave and they want to be friends with me on Facebook and stuff, cool,
Yeah.
happy. But while
But
you're
what if
working,
then they return to working with you again? Do you then delete them from
oh
Facebook
my
and that?
gosh, why are you like this, me? Why are you like that? I don't know. I will block them. There you go.
See? The blocking
I will
comes in.
block them. I will block them. Say sorry, I told you. It's in our contract.
Yes. Oh, but making new friends, I'm happy to make new friends. I'm happy to approach people. I'm the smiley type that I was smiling, like, hey, how are you? Okay. And then we make friends. But now I find that I've made friends with, so my husband will have a friend that's the male. Then I'll make friends with the wife.
Wife, yeah.
It's worked out really well in some cases it hasn't, but I love that because then it makes me we have things in common because our husbands are friends. It makes it easier for me to communicate with you. If we're going out somewhere and I know the boys are going out somewhere, then I can say, actually, do you want to come and hang with me, or let's do something the next week, then the boys can hang out, or the boys be at home and then we just chill out like that. So this worked out well in some cases. Yeah, and others it's like, I don't want to know you. No. You need to prove to me that you are worthy of my friendship. Because when I'm friends with you, I'm checking up on you. I'm making sure you're all right. If I know you're not well, I'm coming to your house to sit with you. If you've got an event you need to support me, I'm coming. Do you understand? So it's hard work being a good friend, you know. Hard work. When do you laugh?
I know, let her laugh. It's okay. Even during this time, someone told me off for not checking in on them. And it had to make me think about, are we that close?
They're checking on you though.
No, so they check. That's the thing. Were checking on me, and then they were like, "Hold on, you don't check on me." And I was like, "I'm really sorry. I'm very, very sorry." And I understand that sometimes being friends with me is quite tough because you have to understand my mood and you need to understand my character sometimes. Yeah. So sometimes I can be really inner and I will mean to check on you and I don't. So I had to check myself because sometimes if you get a text, you may get a message from me at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's when I'm thought about you. And if I don't do it then, I'll forget and I won't necessarily speak to you, even though you cross my mind.
Yeah.
So I had to get like 2 o'clock in the morning. Hi, guys, you're okay. Sorry, I know it's late, but if I don't do it now, I won't do it. So I'm checking in on you. But she did tell me off, and it's like, I check on you. Don't call me.
Yeah.
Just slap myself.
It's been friends. Oh gosh, friendships, honestly. And then some friends you inherit through exes and so people, maybe you were a male friend you had and their girlfriend, but then they have broken up now, but then you inherit the ex-girl. Do you keep her? What do you do? I mean, I'm happy to keep you. These are the things that I think friendship dynamics change. And do you actually, I find that some people also behave differently depending what friend they're with. Have you ever seen that?
Depending on what friend they're with, do you say?
Yeah. So I can be out with a friend and then they meet another friend that I don't know, but then she acts differently around that friend that she would do.
Different.
Yeah. That has thrown me off sometimes.
Isn't that a young person's thing?
Nah, I think older people still do that. There's some people they're more outgoing with one friend and then some with another. And then sometimes you don't know where you stand. That, okay, with me, you're more professional or more like, oh, how are you? What are you doing? And then some others, they're a bit different to them. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you've experienced
I feel like those kind of people don't know themselves.
Yeah.
They don't know themselves yet. Like, because to feel like you have to change I mean, you only really change yourself if it goes as far as if I've met a white colleague or something. That's even not a friend, it's a colleague, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't be like, oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh, hi, Sue. How are you?
Yes, we have to tone down the Africanness a little bit. I know.
I mean, Yeah, you shouldn't have to. Yeah, that's tiring. God,
It is.
it's tiring.
It's tiring. But even the toning down the Africanness is tiring
Yeah,
because
because this comes to you easily. It comes to you
yes.
actually. And we just do it as banal. But
Oh my God. You're
but so sometimes
I,
it's just like, oh, foolish, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just
but I guess I switched again. I think Bogner has really built me. So I'm in between. So my best, like as I was saying, the girls from Bogner that I still talk to, I don't say I change it, but I'm not as the chalet, the da as I am.
Yeah.
But only because they wouldn't get it. But
yeah,
if I was in a gathering with my black friends, they would have to kind of engage with that. But I know if it's on a one-to-one, I'm not going to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was at a party and they're there, they will see that side of me. So I wouldn't not hold it back. It's just that on a one-to-one, they don't necessarily get that.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's been different or flipping, but I think I've just had to be quite understanding of my surroundings.
Yes.
So I wouldn't go to Bogner and go, Charlie, you know what happened? No, I wouldn't. You're gonna get hi, Barbara, you're right. Yeah. Had a great time at the weekend. You are gonna get that from me.
Yeah.
But I guess yeah, you do get. I think people sometimes when you first talk to me, you wonder where I'm from. I don't sound London,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't class myself as a Londoner. So I think I'm very in between anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make
I think you
sense?
sound like a
Yeah.
London. I don't know. I don't think I thought about it.
Yeah,
Listen,
no one.
you've taught me that people even live in Bognor. I thought people just go there for trips. I thought that Bognor. I went there at school. We went there for a week to South Coast Road. Is it South?
We're
Well,
Butlins.
yeah. We went there for a school trip. That's the first time I knew of Bognor. We went there
So
for 5
funny.
days. I didn't know. I didn't know people live in Bognor.
I'm a proud Bognarian.
Wow.
When you lot used to come in your coaches in the summertime, and people you like, are you okay? I'm like, I live in Bognor. I
Yeah.
didn't come on a coach.
Yeah.
I live down the road, thank you, darling.
So were you born in Bognor then?
No, I wasn't born in Bognor. I was
Okay.
born in Epsom, and then I went to Bognor at age of 6
Okay.
till 21, till I went to uni.
Proper avoided London.
I know. My parents never liked London. They
It's
still
quite busy
don't.
though. Yeah.
So even my dad lives outside of London still. And I said, oh, you should come and live near London, but he won't.
Mm-hmm.
He's proper. So we were 10 minutes from the beach, not less than 10 minutes from the beach and stuff. Yeah. So
That must be nice though, because
exactly.
having friendships and then doing your summer times will be completely different to people that live in London. So then when you meet up, you sit at the beach. Oh, it's so
We
nice.
sit at the beach, we'll sit in all the parks. Yeah.
Then, since you're so near a beach, what's a day trip to you?
Oh yeah.
What do you go and see?
London
Londoners going to Margate, go to Littlehampton, go to the seaside.
My parents used to come to Balham once a month to do African shop.
Okay.
That was a day
Oh my
to
God.
us. So we used to come to Elephant and Castle. You're laughing, and we would look at that elephant on the center and think it was an amazing thing. And what's inside that center? Oh my gosh, that was our day trip.
Hilarious.
Nice day trip.
That was our day trip. To London. We're going to London for the day. Yeah.
Oh my God. But you say that because when we lived in Wellingborough, so 16, 17, coming to London was a big deal. And even some people that live in London, Northampton, Milton Keynes, they've never been to London before. Up till date, I'm sure some people in their 30s and 40s, when they come to London, it's a big thing. When they say it, it's like, we're going to London.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's us, we live in London. This is our thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Going to London was our day trips also back in the day.
It's good.
Being on the underground and all that.
You're laughing, Wendy. Next time I'll take you down.
So funny. Elephant Castle. It's like
Yeah, that
Oh,
dead
Ballum
center.
is what's hilarious because Ballum was like, we just went there every like
Yeah.
monthly shopping.
And then
That's where we went.
tooting.
You
Tooting
see,
used to
that's
be
where I live.
crazy for us. We would come in the
Ow!
traffic and see all the sari shops and just go,
Shut up.
wow.
Tooting is that's where I went to school. That's where
It's
That's
funny,
your
isn't it?
hood.
I grew up,
That's
basically.
your end. That's your end. Where
Yeah.
my end was down the road, there was a beach,
So
like a
funny.
pebble beach.
Nice.
Every time my parents used to pee me off, I stand the door and walk to the beach.
That's right. The safest thing to do.
Serious. Yeah, walk to the beach.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice,
Yeah.
But
man.
that's life, isn't it? And now I'm a South London girl now.
South London.
South.
South. I can't deal with the accent, so we'll try hard not
Yeah.
to imitate it. But then the in it sometimes just comes out. In it.
Isn't it, fam?
Yes. In it.
Isn't it, fam?
Girls, friendships. Would you there's a certain when you guys get married, because you will, friendships, would there be certain friends you wouldn't take into the marriage in a sense where actually this person, I don't think it would give me good advice?
Not no.
No. Oh, that's
I
nice.
think I've cut it right down to the people who are friends for life,
Good. Nice.
no matter
Yeah,
what.
things change because I mean, I've had a friend that we were crazily close from school through our 20s and that, but then we're not friends. I think like you just grow up and I guess grow apart and stuff. But I mean, as it is right now, I can't think of anybody who I'll stop being friends with because I get married.
I mean, some people.
Could you? What I was going to ask is that could okay, I guess I'd ask Chrissy.
Oh God.
But like, think of a male friend you have now that's properly platonically male. If you meet a new guy and he says he doesn't like him, would you end your friendship with your friend for a guy? Because this like your new guy has. I can't see myself ending a friendship with someone I knew before you.
No, never. My brother-in-law always said, I have two close male friends. I talk to them regularly, sometimes daily. And he's like, if your man, how can you have this friendship and a new man comes?
Why not?
I'll tell you straight. I'll tell you, this is my friend. Like, nothing's happened. Never, nothing will ever. This is my friend.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But on the flip side, I've told those dudes, if you get a girl and you don't tell them about my place, there's going to be an issue. And so I do like, I always say to them, please introduce me to your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because then we'll have that conversation. We may not be the best of friends, but let her know me because I'm not going anywhere, my friend.
Well,
I'm not a threat and I'm not going anywhere.
I don't agree with that at all.
Really?
If you're too close to my man, to my husband, you are going to be shifted, you see? Hold on. I say that, but then I'm in a different place because boyfriend and girlfriend is different from marriage. Because if I find that there's a particular female or a group of females that he talks to on a very close basis where he shares certain things about me to them, it hasn't happened like that before. But if it did happen, if I felt that they were talking on a regular basis every day to work, from work, it wouldn't sit well with me. Because, after a while, I believe in emotional cheating. Do you understand?
Okay.
Where then if you're having too many deep conversations about stuff that you don't talk to me about, that's wrong. Stop it. Don't do it. You need to cut that person off. And if maybe the reason is me that I'm not being approachable for those conversations, then I have to change myself because I need to be your best friend. You need to be able to wake up in the morning. If you have a brilliant idea, you need to be able to speak to me about it. That's how I feel about that situation. Boyfriend and girlfriend is different, marriage is different. But if I had a best male friend and they had a girlfriend, I'll probably be the same as Chris. You have to introduce me because I'm here to stay. Understand? But then I don't think it's the same for my husband. If he had a best female friend, I'd have to question it a little bit.
So
Female
why is
friend
it
before
okay for
you though, or if he made a new friend
No,
since
female
you.
friend before me even. I need to find the ins
If
and
it's
outs of
okay
it.
for you, then why is it not okay for him? And that means there's like you have to be able to trust your husband
Yeah.
and say, listen,
I do, but
I'm okay with this, but
yeah,
any little shift, then you are effed.
yeah,
So
totally. Chips getting chopped off.
engage me. But if it's okay for you, it surely has to be okay for them. But you have to know them, and that's the thing. Like,
Yeah. I mean, trust is definitely there. There's no issue with that. But then it's, females, we're different. Sometimes the more conversations, we are people that we ride on emotion. So if
yeah,
you keep talking to that person, it might just be harmful conversation, but you keep doing it, then they might think, actually, they tell me I'm pretty, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Then maybe when they go to sleep, they'll be like, oh, he said this to me, that's really nice. Maybe, you understand? I'm just
but
saying
if
because
you
I'm just
talk
thinking,
male friends like that and you're not talking, I don't talk to my male friends. No, okay, maybe every now and again they go, oh, you look nice today.
yeah,
Thank you, cool. A friendship would be like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
See how I'm talking? I feel very strongly about this stuff because I am not. When my male friends get married, I'm not going anywhere. She can be the best friend, I get that, and I
Yeah.
would be devoted, but only a percentage wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't feel that I should miss out on the regular calls or contact. If you want
That's
to
the
do
thing. I
if
just do
you
it so you
want
know
to
that
do a
I'm not
full
a threat.
visit, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to, if I was,
Yeah.
I'm not a threat. That is what is key. If you want to do it on loudspeaker, do it on loudspeaker, my friend. I don't mind, but I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
And I've built these relationships over years.
Mm-hmm.
So why you now, it's like a friendship dump. That's not
Friendship
my
dump.
life, please.
Oh.
I know. It's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, some people, I think, uh, I'm all right with. I think most people, because some of them, some of the females, I really don't know, and I've never known beforehand because at that stage in life that I met him or whoever. It's just, let me try and take him out of it. He's, it is what it is. But if I meet people and then I quite like them, I want them to be my friend. It's like Wendy. When I met her, I thought she's nice. Leave her. Let me have her. So I took her. I regularly take his female friends.
Just like that.
Just like that.
But then it's funny because then from my angle, as like a single female, I have to let you know that I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
So, if I speak to Purse, yeah, that's not his name. That's
yes, that's the name we use for him. Purse.
That, yeah. You know that I have. Well, it's nothing suspicious.
No. But that's you. You see. I know some people
there
that
are some women
yes,
who are, yeah.
some people that's gonna come.
I get that.
And the job he does anyway. Do you understand? So it becomes
it has to be
really
sociable. So.
Yeah, he has to be sociable, but then he knows his limits in that. He knows that these are like
The
female
boundaries.
fans, the boundaries are known and stuff like that, and everybody knows about me, so that's no big deal. But there's some, I think, that might want to take advantage of that friendship circle they're in. So then we pick them out and take them out of the circle. See, you're laughing.
I hear you.
Thank you.
We'll work on that. I hear you.
No, but friendship over a while, after a while, it's just like, some of them can be so hard. You give and give and give, and you never get anything back. And then some friendship, you've become their counselor where you talk to them, trying to advise them and all of that, and then you never get that back. I find that difficult. I've made new friends in the last few years that are like sisters to me, full stop. They're sisters to me, that's it. But then after a while, they change. Those relationships change depending on what where you are in your life. I found that quite a bit. Yeah, where you are in your life, then that friendship changes, and then you find yourself in it or out that friendship. But I think we've all had. Yeah, go on, Kristen.
I know it sounds very selfish when you kind of say you get nothing back, but a friendship is meant to be two-way, I believe. So if I'm always listening, I'm a very good listener, so friends always find it easy to talk to me.
Yeah.
So when in my time of need, it can be an expectation that I believe that if I'm going through something dire, you should be listening, taking that time to listen to me. And that's it. That's all I ask
Yeah.
from a friendship is that it's two-way.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think that's what is important. There has to be two ways, and then after, like, it's you can share experiences. You can be there for one another. I know certain people that I've had some friends that I've had for a long time that financially they've never asked anything of me, or I've never asked anything of them. I do you agree that some friendship get broken by finance?
Yeah.
Have you got any experiences in that?
No, I've had friends who in my time of need, I asked for financial help, or have a friend who's a male friend actually, and the money was in my head lent to me. I'm going to pay you back, but then when the time came, I said I was going to pay you back. He was like, "No, I'll see it as a Christmas present." I was like, "Wow."
Oh,
nice.
That's nice.
That is
I haven't fallen out with anybody over money that I can remember. I don't think so. But I've had people who have been willing to help me in my time of need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had anyone who's actually come for financial help, actually, ever.
Okay. I'm going to text you tomorrow, yeah, Chrissy?
Oh, you're so funny. You're very funny. But there are friends that I've offered, like, just in case they need it, or I've seen something, but they haven't taken it. So I know there's people who I would kind of offer that, because that's all part of friendship, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not just talking, it's about the whole experience.
Definitely.
Ups and downs. Definitely.
Yeah, all of it included. I definitely agree with that. Because as I said, some of my friends now, they're family, actually. There's no doubt about that. So if you need anything ever, even if I have to go and borrow that money, if I don't have the exact money you're asking me for, I will go and ask someone else to give it to you. Because friendship is like that. If they say that they're going to pay me back in a couple of weeks, I know I'll get that back. Even if it's not in full, then I'll replace it to give it to someone else. Yeah. I think friendship within our community also, friendship are sometimes, I think, a bit more meaningful than other communities. I don't know if you feel the same.
How do you mean?
Because we as Ghanaians, I think our friends are family, more or less, after a few years. And we relate to them a bit
differently.
Yeah, and we are closer to them than what we are maybe our work colleagues, because maybe majority of them might be Caucasian, you see. So there's certain things we will probably never talk to them about because they just wouldn't get it culturally.
Yeah.
We need to do another one of these. I'm very interested about this, Mel, because the difference between having male friends and keeping it female, because there is a difference. I'm very protective of my male friends.
I was gonna say, actually, because someone else has mentioned that, why don't we bring in the single male perspective? Last time we spoke about that. That podcast would also go live soon, people, so watch out for that. So I think I am going to do a part 2 of that with the male perspective. And then there'll be a part 3 where the females and the males meet to see what they want from each other.
Will be just the males. That's what you mean.
Yes. And then the females can join in for the next one to just see what collectively we can do to all be dating and being married by the end of 2020. Yes. So that's what I thought.
Some married ones there as well who can
definitely
a married perspective to the single one.
We should bring Leslie in.
Yeah. I'll bring him, but you lot know what he's like. He's very honest, and he's very this is what it is. You either take it or not. And also he gets the both perspectives. He gets that females want this, male want that. but then let's be realistic about it. You probably won't get this from this side, so just chill, try and back down and see what works for both of you. Did you guys watch the Teddy and Babyface? So it's just completely digress.
I didn't watch it live.
It was a hot mess.
It was.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
I haven't.
Even
I
the
didn't
second
watch it.
one.
I just read. I don't know. I couldn't be up.
Yeah, the second one again. It came down because obviously one person, not Babyface, had to realize himself.
Yeah.
Like, why have I come in with a big thing anyway?
Humble himself.
And it's a hot mess. You know what? His friend, again, I think his friend should have told him that when you're going to this versus thing, just bring yourself and your songs.
No, but his friends wanted to be there too, innit?
What kind of friendship is that? Just because you want to be there, be the hype, and be tagged at the bottom of the thing. As a friend, they should have said, do you know what? And then social distance really clearly didn't work in the first time they tried to do it.
Too much.
Even the second one, people were coming and going. Like, really? Why? But I would take your suggestion in. I think we should have another one of friendship and have male. I've realized that this whole sister thing is working great, actually. And everything we do, I find that we have to have a male perspective on it.
Perspective, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think those are the part 2s and the follow-ons of that. And I think it can work really well.
I'll bring my buddy and see what he says about it.
Is it your buddy I've met before?
That would be hilarious. Yes.
Yes. I like that buddy.
That would be hilarious. He will tell you how it is.
Yeah. Oh, there we are. Charged. Brilliant. Girls, I think we've come to the end of our Sister to Sister podcast for today. Our topic was friendship. We've had good laughs, shared experiences, but now I gotta let you all go. Thanks for the ones that joined. I didn't show their faces. Thanks for your support. Hi. And next time, you guys can surely join in with whatever we're doing. So watch this space and on to the next one. Have a good evening, all.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to today's Sister to Sister